Hey buddies, it's your girl AyChristene, and today we are checking out what's your biggest anxiety. Keep it 100. Cut on that. Keep it 100. I feel like I don't know if this is a black-owned channel, but I definitely felt like appropriation just now. Okay, especially in the wakes of woke and how people took that word and what they did to it. But it might be a black-owned channel. I might just be in the wrong. Y'all can let me know. Let me know down below. But yeah, let's see. I am interested in seeing this because I want to, as someone who does suffer from severe anxiety, seeing what gives other people anxiety. You can find relatability, which can be calming, or at least learning what other people, what gives other people anxiety. Or it can be the antithesis of this, where it could just make me have even more anxieties that I didn't previously have. But we are here now. This is where we are. So let's hold hands and let's keep each other calm, okay? Links down below to become a member or patron to support the channel and to be a part of our behind the scenes live stream where you get to react along with me while I record. So yeah, let's get started.
What's your biggest anxiety?
That no one will ever love me.
Oh, baby, I want to give her a hug. Oh.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Oh, that's hard.
Oh. I thought she was going to look.
Power.
Finding a therapist, moths,
That's a big
and
one.
bowling alleys and chickens.
Did she say
I'm gonna go bald because
Moths?
I don't have a lot of hair. So I'm super afraid that like my hair is just gonna fall out one day.
My biggest anxiety.
I, believe it or not, don't have much anxiety. I literally raw
that's
dog
good.
life.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Honestly, I'm
Raw
not
dog
very
life. How
anxious
did
right
you
now.
do that?
I think life is pretty good.
That's good.
I have generalized anxiety disorder, so like everything.
What's
Oh,
your
okay.
biggest
Got
anxiety?
you.
Living.
Life.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, I get life be
waking up
lifing.
in the morning. Ooh,
I
I'm
get
so
it.
anxious. There's a lot of them.
How do you cope with that?
Life be
Sometimes you
lifing.
gotta go on a walk. Yeah. Little mental health walks. They're nice.
What's your biggest
Okay.
anxiety?
Money.
I feel like she said walk, but that's not what she really
Inflation. My biggest anxiety right now is that
Money is
I'm
a common
unemployed
one.
and waiting to see where my next paycheck/job is going to be.
I would
He has a
like
good
to
voice.
be
He should do
gainfully
voice acting.
employed, but it's also made me examine what it is that I really want out of a job. Hire me.
Just being stuck in
Higher.
a job I don't like.
Finding a job.
I know what that's like.
Work.
I hate that.
Nothing is ever like fully done.
Keeping a roof over my head, having food for my cats.
Adulting.
Basically, like just being able to live a comfortable
Yeah.
life.
I definitely
It's stressful.
freak out every time I leave because I want to come home to my cats because I live alone, and
I
if
get
I
you.
die, my cats are also dead. So
Oh,
What's your biggest
my.
anxiety?
Time.
What's gonna happen next?
Where am I gonna be in the future? Where I'm gonna be in the next 10 years, or if I'm actually gonna succeed.
Not achieving what I set out to achieve.
And it's
You
like I
will.
feel like I'm on track right now, but I could always fall off.
I don't know if it's success
believe
that
in
scares
you.
me more or failure that scares me more, but you need them both. So
You do.
Has it ever come true? Have you ever failed?
Lots of times, honestly.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's just part of being human and something that I've had to get over.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Death.
Mortality.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
mine.
just don't want
That's
there to
mine.
be anything. And my sinking suspicion is there's probably something after this.
Anytime
Oh,
I get
he
sick
doesn't
at
want
all,
an
it's like,
afterlife.
oh my God, I'm gonna
Okay.
die.
What's your biggest anxiety?
my parents' health.
Losing somebody I love.
my biggest anxiety is probably
Oh,
the
goodness,
death
I
of
don't
my
wanna think
family
about
members.
I don't want.
I
Yeah.
am very family oriented. I come from a pretty small family, and my mom and my grandma are both getting up there, so I get really anxious about that.
How do you deal with that?
Cry a lot.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Ooh. I feel like my biggest anxiety is just like ending up alone.
Being alone?
You know, it gets lonely at night. You want to cuddle.
People leaving.
I
Being
get
by
the
myself.
cuddles.
If you're like not making friends in a new place, you're like, oh my God, like this is gonna be the rest of my life and I'm gonna be sad and then I'm gonna like die alone.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Being a good mom?
My children.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I'm trying to do
yeah.
my best.
You're
Parenthood,
responsible
hello?
for keeping a human alive.
Alive.
Especially at a toddler age, that's a lot of work. Like that.
Yeah, they
is
try to die
hard. Like
constant, or constantly, and you
will
gotta
just
keep
run
them
up
alive.
to stuff and try to like unplug stuff and then plug it back in. I'm like, you might die. Like, don't do
Right.
that. Like,
Right.
let's
Right.
go back to your play area.
Yep.
I'll fight God for my kids. God no.
Don't mess with
What's
this
your
mama.
biggest anxiety?
doing something like this.
I just felt like everyone was looking
social.
at me. I get scared talking to people.
And that I come off really weird, and that's I feel sometimes hard for me to
Yep,
like really
I have
connect with
social
people or
anxiety.
have them be like, yeah, Stevie's really cool and like want to talk to me.
Well, I think you're pretty easy to talk to.
I mean, I have social anxiety, fear of.
Social anxiety and you're doing this?
I'm pushing myself.
That's good. Push yourself out of your comfort zone.
I hate capybaras.
What's a capybara?
It's like,
The
it's
animal?
a giant rat. It's like,
They are so cute, though.
it's like a giant like rodent. No.
I'm gonna propose to
They're
my
so cute.
lady sooner or later, and that whole like world is
Okay.
just scary as hell.
My biggest anxiety? Oh gosh, running out of gas.
She's beautiful pearls.
Probably parking situations.
If that's running out of gas,
Yeah.
then everything's good.
cut, don't uncut. Parallel parking.
Until you hit the sidewalk.
No.
Well, that's
That's
my thing.
hilarious.
I'm like, once I hit the sidewalk, I'm like, all right, good. I'll just like maneuver.
I've actually been working
goodness.
on my anxiety a lot lately, so I don't know. I just
I'm not the greatest Parker.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Honestly, hurting other people. I know what it's like to be hurt, and it's just something that I try to like stop the cycle of.
Even if it's just something like I may
get you.
have said by accident.
Anyone that's I meet in my life, I'm like instantly like, I want to make sure you're good all the time.
My biggest anxiety is that I'm not doing enough.
And that I won't be enough.
Letting people that I really care
Ooh.
about down.
Y'all
I
speaking
think
to me.
just in general disappointing people. There are circumstances where it's totally rational, but there's also times where it's like, Anna, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Chill out.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Being embarrassed or like being in situations where like I could do something wrong or I slip up. I work really hard to like not be some white jerk straight male.
It's white people.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Because it's like, you can't do shit around them. They always staring at you. They always think that you're doing something. You can't be black
understand.
and look good. You have to be a
I
scammer.
understand.
You have to
I
steal. You have
understand.
to do this. And
understand.
it's just annoying.
I just feel like if the people that I'm trying
I
to spite
understand.
aren't spited enough,
Okay.
I'm gonna be really
Okay,
upset.
Boobalicious.
That sounds like a super irrational.
It's not in my head. Like it's physical, real people who have been praying for my downfall.
What's your biggest
Oh,
anxiety?
wow.
That no one will ever love me.
Hopefully they come give her a
I am
hug.
actually unlovable, that people are my friend
that is
because
so cute.
I've convinced them to, and that deep down they actually hate me. Or they spread rumors about me.
Oh, you're not good. This is not gonna work. You know, these people hate you.
What's your biggest
Yeah, I have
Trying to like
those thoughts
deepen
out
my
here.
voice around other people to sound straighter.
Being trans and how people perceive me.
If I got attacked specifically by like multiple people, like I think I might be able to handle one person.
What's your biggest anxiety right now?
Ooh, there's a lot of them being unhappy, which I know sounds like kind of self-fulfilling, but I just think life is really short and I want to do the things that will make myself and the people around me feel good.
Internally, no passion.
My biggest anxiety is that I'll never feel like proud of myself or that I'll never feel content.
Not knowing what I'm doing.
What makes you anxious?
When it's close to like a party or something that I'm hosting or being a part of, I want to make sure that my part is correct. So I kind of get like, okay, I got everything in place.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I get that.
I got that.
I get that.
Has your hosting just gone bad? What's your biggest anxiety right now?
Environmental anxiety. Like I would bring it up at brunch, on a date with my husband, at the party, because the water
Environmental?
levels
What's that
are
mean?
rising.
Not having
Oh,
everything
the world,
set
okay.
for end of life decisions.
Vomit.
School, bro. School.
I think like schooling is expensive.
School.
How are you coping with that?
Listen, I don't
I
blame
learned how
you.
to crochet.
Whenever I have a show.
It usually goes well, right?
Yeah.
Perfectionism, like everything needs to be perfect. I need to be perfect.
Trying to work on that.
This existential fear that people will inevitably destroy one another.
I have a meeting with my boss tomorrow
That's
and I'm
real
really
life,
scared
though.
about it because she didn't tell me what it's for. And I asked her, I was like, oh, is it something bad or good? And she was just like, enjoy your day off. We'll see you tomorrow. So now I'm not enjoying my day off.
How am I supposed to enjoy my day off when you won't tell me what this meeting is about? Although it could be this thing where it's like supposed to be a good surprise and they really are not good at keeping a secret. So they probably are just saying like, oh, just enjoy your day off, you know? Or she could be getting fired. I hope she commented after and let us know what the meeting was about because I have a little bit of anxiety for her. All right. There were a lot of things that I could relate to in this video in regards to things that provide anxiety for me and the things that give me anxiety. I like severe anxiety. I have severe anxiety. So it's pretty much everything. everything they said. Well, most things they said. Not having enough gas. I don't think I've had anxiety about that. Like I used to, but not so much anymore. We barely drive anywhere. We barely do drive anywhere. And then it's like every few times that we do go out, we do fill up the car. So it's not, there's only on a recent road trip when I was driving down to Miami that I was like contemplating, and I had a little bit of anxiety. I was like, okay, it's at half a tank. Will half a tank take me there? Should I risk it? Should I even do that? Maybe I shouldn't. Let me just stop at this gas station. Is this gas station going to be okay? I want to make sure I'll be okay. There's human trafficking is a big thing. And it's getting big in the Tampa area as well. So it's like, it was a layered set of anxieties that I went through. But for the most part, pretty much almost everything else they said. But let me know about you. Like, what do you, I want this to be a two-parter. What are the things that give you anxiety? And then how do you cope with anxiety? Because I do think the good thing about this video, outside of bringing to light a lot of the common anxieties that people may have, because a lot of times people feel like it's them, it's just them, they're the only one suffering. So that relatability, that's really good. But the other thing was like asking people how they cope. I do wish they asked more people how they cope. I think they only asked like 2 or 3 times maybe. But for you guys, let me know down below. What do you guys normally do to cope with your anxiety? Because I think conversations about that needs to be had as often as the things that provide anxiety for you. So let me know down below. Don't forget to hit that like button and turn on the notification bell so you know when I post. I love you guys as always. And until next time, buddies. Toodles.